What if I told you that a woman died, met Jesus, and was shown four shocking revelations about 2025, events that could change the course of history? What she saw will leave you speechless. From divine warnings to urgent messages for humanity, these revelations are not just predictions, they are a wake-up call. In this video, you'll discover what Jesus revealed to her and why these events are closer than we think. Whether you believe in prophecy or not, you cannot ignore the signs happening around us. If you stay until the end, you'll gain insight into how to prepare for what's coming and what this means for your life. This is not just another story. It's a message of urgency, hope, and preparation. Are you ready to hear the truth? Then keep watching. It was an ordinary day when everything suddenly changed. The woman, a devoted believer, found herself on the brink of death after a sudden and severe medical emergency. As her body lay lifeless, she felt her consciousness being pulled away, drifting into a realm beyond the physical world. The pain and fear that had once gripped her disappeared, replaced by an overwhelming sense of peace. She was no longer bound by time or space, and she realized she had crossed into something far greater than she had ever imagined. Meeting with Jesus. In the radiant expanse before her, a brilliant light appeared, warmer and more alive than anything she had ever known. As she moved closer, she saw him, Jesus, standing before her with eyes full of love and understanding. His presence radiated a peace so deep that every fear, every worry, melted away. He spoke to her, not with words, but directly to her soul, filling her with a knowledge beyond human comprehension. In that moment, she understood the depth of his love, the purpose of her existence, and the eternal nature of his promises. First vision, global conflict. Baba Vanga's first vision for 2025 depicted a world on the brink of a devastating global conflict. She described tensions rising between major world powers, with the United States, China, and Russia playing central roles in an escalating crisis. According to her vision, political rivalries and economic struggles would fuel a series of confrontations, eventually leading to open military engagements. She warned of a sudden event, possibly a political assassination or an unexpected act of aggression, that would serve as the catalyst for war. The conflict, she claimed, would not only reshape global alliances, but also bring unprecedented destruction to key regions. Second vision, natural disasters. In another chilling prophecy, Baba Vanga foresaw a series of catastrophic natural disasters shaking the planet in 2025. She described powerful earthquakes striking major cities, reducing them to rubble within moments. Coastal regions would face devastating tsunamis, wiping out entire communities and leaving countless people homeless. Additionally, she envisioned an unusual increase in volcanic activity, with multiple eruptions occurring simultaneously across the world. The impact of these disasters, she predicted, would be felt far beyond the immediate destruction, triggering food shortages, economic collapses, and mass migrations, forcing humanity to confront nature's fury like never before. Third vision, economic collapse. In her third vision, she saw a world plunged into economic turmoil, where financial institutions crumbled and nations struggled to maintain stability. The collapse was not sudden but a result of years of unsustainable debt, corporate greed, and widespread corruption. Markets once considered unshakable fell into chaos, causing widespread panic and uncertainty. Governments, unable to contain the crisis, resorted to desperate measures, but their actions only deepened the instability, leading to mass unemployment and poverty. As the crisis unfolded, people lost faith in traditional economic systems. The gap between the wealthy and the poor widened, triggering civil unrest and social breakdowns. Countries that once thrived on financial dominance found themselves vulnerable, while smaller nations suffered the worst consequences. With resources becoming scarce, communities turned to bartering and self-sustaining methods for survival. The collapse exposed the fragility of modern civilization, forcing humanity to confront its reliance on material wealth. Fourth vision, spiritual awakening. Amid the darkness of economic despair, she saw a different kind of transformation, a spiritual awakening spreading across the globe. As people faced hardships, they began to question their priorities, searching for meaning beyond wealth and status. Traditional religious beliefs merged with new spiritual insights, leading to a deep collective realization that humanity had lost its way. Instead of division, people from all backgrounds sought unity, guided by a renewed sense of purpose. Places of worship, once abandoned or ignored, became centers of hope and refuge. Communities formed around shared values of compassion, gratitude, and faith. Acts of kindness multiplied as people rediscovered the power of love and service to others. This awakening was not bound to any single religion but rather a universal movement toward enlightenment and spiritual connection. Through suffering, humanity found its soul again, embracing a higher calling that transcended material existence. Personal transformation. Experiencing a near-death experience, NDE, profoundly changed her outlook on life and spirituality. Before, she lived with doubts and uncertainties, questioning the deeper meaning of existence. However, after her encounter, everything shifted. She returned with an unshakable sense of purpose, understanding that life was not just a series of random events but a journey guided by divine love. Her priorities changed, worldly concerns no longer held the same weight, and she found herself more focused on spiritual growth, compassion, and serving others. One of the most profound transformations was in how she viewed suffering. Before, she saw pain and hardships as obstacles, but after her experience, she recognized them as opportunities for growth. She understood that every challenge carried a lesson and a chance to strengthen her faith. Instead of fearing life's uncertainties, she embraced them with trust, knowing that God was always present, guiding her through every storm. Her spiritual practices also deepened. Prayer and meditation became more than rituals, they became sacred moments of connection with God. She developed a heightened awareness of the divine presence in everyday life, seeing glimpses of grace in nature, in acts of kindness, and even in silence. This transformation gave her a peace that surpassed understanding, a calmness that remained even in difficult times. Message of hope. During her NDE, she received a powerful message of hope from Jesus. He reassured her that no one is ever truly alone, even in their darkest moments. He emphasized that every soul has a purpose and that no pain or suffering is meaningless. He spoke of resilience, reminding her that even when life feels overwhelming, faith has the power to restore, heal, and uplift. This message became the foundation of her life after returning. She felt a renewed mission to share this hope with others, encouraging them to trust in God's plan even when they couldn't see the way forward. She wanted people to know that love is stronger than fear, that forgiveness brings freedom, and that no mistake is beyond redemption. Her experience became a testimony that even in the face of despair, light and grace will always prevail. Throughout her testimony, she emphasizes the urgency for humanity to awaken and prepare for the coming trials. She calls for unity, urging people to set aside their differences and come together in compassion and love. According to her, the challenges ahead are not meant to destroy but to refine, teaching us the value of faith and resilience. Only through mutual support and a collective commitment to righteousness can we withstand what is to come. She encourages everyone to seek a deeper connection with the divine, trusting that spiritual strength will be our greatest protection. Beyond personal faith, she stresses the importance of taking action in our daily lives. Acts of kindness, forgiveness, and service to others become crucial in these times of transformation. She warns that selfishness and division will only lead to greater suffering, while love and unity will create a shield of light against the darkness. Her message is clear: the time for complacency is over. We must align our lives with truth, prepare our hearts, and be a source of hope for those around us. Her near-death experience serves as a profound wake-up call, offering not just a glimpse into the unseen realm but also a warning about the choices humanity faces. She believes that the messages she received were not meant to instill fear, but to inspire change. The events she foresaw, whether spiritual or physical, remind us that the future is not set in stone. Our actions, faith, and willingness to change can shape what is to come. By sharing her vision, she hopes to ignite a sense of urgency and responsibility in every listener. The lessons of humility, compassion, and unwavering faith are not just for personal salvation but for the collective survival of humanity. If we choose to listen, to act with love and integrity, we may yet change the course of history. Ultimately, her experience is a call to remember our purpose. We are not alone in this journey. Divine guidance is available to those who seek it. As the world moves toward uncertain times, her words remind us that faith, unity, and love remain the greatest forces capable of transforming darkness into light.